Hello friends, welcome back, and in this lesson we are going to discuss about the MariaDB in Azure. So Azure database for MariaDB is a PaaS service, platform as a service for MariaDB engine in Azure. So we are going to discuss about that in this lesson today. So first, what is MariaDB? When SQL Server was acquired by the Oracle in 2009, a copy of MySQL code was made and developed further, and that is called MariaDB. So basically MariaDB is coming from MySQL Server. Now this MariaDB was especially designed in a way so that it can be optimized to improve the performance of complex queries. So that was another purpose for having MariaDB as a separate development for MySQL. And this has a very special feature of temporal data. That means keeping the versions of data. So when we update the rows in the table, it keeps track of the previous versions of the rows also. And you can connect your application to any version of that previous version of that row also. This is free, open source, so this is good. And once again, Azure database for MariaDB. This is the name of PaaS service, platform as a service, for MariaDB database on-premises engine. So when we want to use MariaDB in the Azure, we will use Azure database for MariaDB. And since this is the Azure PaaS service, so all the infrastructure will be taken care by Azure. And Azure will also provide all the features of PaaS, like high availability and scalability, automatic backup, and all the management of infrastructure. All of these PaaS feature will also be applied to MariaDB as well. So now let's jump into the portal. Let's search for this service, create this service, provision this service, and then use this service. So let's jump back to the portal now. Alright, so I'm back to my Azure portal, and you can see that right now I'm in the home page of my Azure portal. On the left hand side, if you click on create a resource, here you can search for MariaDB, Azure database for MariaDB. Here you can see it right here. So let me click here, and here I can create a new resource for Azure database for MariaDB. So let's click on create here. And as with any other service, here we will be having a form. We need to fill up this form quickly to provision this service. So I will choose my subscription. I only have one subscription as of now, so I will choose that. And I will choose my resource group as a course demo. Now here I need to provide the server name, which I'm going to create for this database. So it says that server name can only contain the lowercase characters. So I will remove this, and this should be okay. Now, do I have any backup to install with this server? No, I want to start with the blank one. So I will choose none. Location, I will choose West US 2. Version, this is the latest version. So I would like to continue with that. Now, configure the storage and the compute. And I want to choose the lowest one because this is just for the demo purpose. So this is the lowest one I have. Actually, I can choose basic also. Basic is even lower than that. And let me reduce the core also. So this is the lowest configuration I can choose for this demo. But this is also going to cost me $25 for a month. But anyway, that looks good. Otherwise, everything looks okay. And I will click on apply. And after that, I have to choose my admin user and my password for login into this database. All right, this looks good. So I will just quickly click on create, review and create. And I can quickly review what all I selected here. So West US 2 version, compute plus storage, everything looks good here. And default backup retention period is 7 days here. You can see that Azure will take care of the backup also. Anyway, so let me click on create here, and it may take a couple of minutes before Azure will provision this service for me. So I'll just stop my recording here, and I will be back as soon as this deployment completes. Thank you. All right, so deployment has completed and I can click on go to resource to go inside this database for MariaDB. So right now I'm inside the overview page here, and you can see that we have option to stop this server. So we can stop this server to stop the compute, but the database part will still be keep working and will be keep charging for that. But anyway, here we can see that we have the name of the server. If you remember, we choose the server SVR MariaDB 108, and we also have the login name here. So we would need both the server name and login name to connect with this database in few minutes. So I will come back here to take both of these. But before that, let me go to the settings, and under setting, I can see this option for connection security. So let me click here. And you can see that here I have option to allow this database to connect with other service, as well as I also want to add my client IP address here, because I will be connecting with this database from my laptop. So I want to make sure that my laptop IP should be passed through the firewall. So after adding here, I can just click on save to save these settings here. So this is saved right now, and now I should be able to connect this database from MySQL Workbench. So if you remember, MariaDB was made on top of MySQL. So we can connect with this server using the MySQL Workbench, and MySQL Workbench is actually easy, very light based tool. It's a free download. You can download it for your Windows environment here. So I just downloaded it and I installed it, and now let me connect my MariaDB using the MySQL Workbench. Alright, so after installation, once you open the tool, this tool will look like something like this. You will be at the home page by default, and in the database you can click on connect to database, or alternatively in the home page itself you will see that MySQL connections, and you can see all of your existing connections here. I have this one connection which I created while I was testing my connection, but you can click on this plus sign here and you can give the name of the connection. So let me give MariaDB2, let's say. And here we need to give the name of the server. So once again, I will go back to my portal and I will take this name of the server from here and I will paste it right here. And here we need to have the name, the username. Once again, I will go back to portal and here is my admin login username. So I will copy it from here and I will paste it right here. And for the password, I will say store in vault, and I will give the same password which I used while provisioning this database. So let me see that if my connection is successful. So there's some warning here. You can just ignore this and click on continue anyway and click on OK, and you can see that you have the new connection right here. So if I click here, this MySQL Workbench will connect to my MariaDB in Azure. So here we can have our script or our queries. So let me paste some very simple queries here to create a database, for example. So let me select this and execute this. So this has created a new database called Azure MariaDB test. And let me use this database and create another table inside this database. And below here you can see that my all commands are getting successfully execute. So let me select from the same table which I just created, and you can see that I have employee ID, last name, first name, address, but I have not inserted any rows here, so I cannot see any rows here. So let me insert a few rows into my database right here. And you can see that there is some error here, unknown column city in the field list. Okay, so in the structure of table, I do not have the column name city. So let me alter my table and add this column city here. You can see that all these are DDL commands and how we can change the structure of the table here. So let me select once again from this table and I can see the city table right here. So let me try insert these two rows once again into this table, and you can see that this time both rows inserted successfully. And once again let me try and select data from this table, and I can see 2 rows rise inside this table. So this is how it is so simple to use MySQL Workbench and connect with our MariaDB. And here you can see that we can execute both DDL as well as DML command to create a structure of table, design the table, alter the table, and we can insert the data, we can delete the data. We have this delete command also here, so I can delete this one row where employed equal to 1, and if I select data once again from employee table, you can see that alright, there's some problem, it was not deleted for some reason. You are using the safe update mode. Alright, in this tool basically we have the safe mode, so that by mistake we do not delete or insert the data. So for that I think let me go to the edit here and go to the preference, and we should have this setting here for safe mode. Let me go to the SQL editor, and here you can see that we have option to disable safe update. So click on OK. And now if I click, now if I execute this statement, I should be able to delete this data from here. Alright, it failed again. Now what is that? Where that use a key column toggle option. Okay, I have to reconnect, basically reconnect to this connection. So let me close this query here, and let me go to the home, and let me try to reconnect with this connection and paste all the queries back. Let me see if I have this table here. Use this MariaDB database here, and then let me check if I have this table here. Yes, I have both the rows. Now let me just double check if preference is still, yes, this is unchecked, so we should be able to delete now, hopefully. I guess we should be able to delete. Yes, so now we are able to delete these this row from the table, and if I select star from employee, I can see only one row right here. So finally we are able to delete this one row. It took a long though, but anyway, the point I was trying to convey here is that using this MySQL Workbench tool, we can connect with our Azure MariaDB, and we can work on that database using all our DML and DDL commands. Alright, so before I complete this lesson, I want to make sure that you delete this MariaDB server. If you are not going to use it, if you are not going to practice demo, you can delete this database, because this is costing us quite a lot. So you can copy here this database name here, and you can click on delete. You can just paste the database name here, and you can click on delete. Alright, so I just clicked on delete, and this should be able to delete this database in a minute, and you are good to go. Thank you very much. This is the end of this lesson.